joined now by Dynamo head coach Tab Ramos. Tab, thanks for taking a few minutes with us here. Obviously not the way you wanted to see the game come out this evening, but I guess we'll just start off, kind of give me your overall thoughts on how the team performed and just, how the game shook out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a really difficult matchup. We knew the exercise would be really difficult, in particular for the team, for the lineup that I put together. Having said that, I think we done pretty well in the first half, where I thought Montreal was very good. And then in the second half, I thought we played really well. And they had those two consecutive corners where they scored. And that kind of came out of the blue. It was, certainly at that time to be down 2-0 and we were playing well, it was a little bit of a surprise. But I'm really proud of the guys that were on the field today. I knew I put them up against a really difficult challenge. And I think they came out strong, and I think they came out better for it.
Okay. Guys, go ahead and click the raise your hand button if you have questions for Tab. Tab, while I wait on those, you mentioned it there, the second half, the team played really well. It seemed like, coming out of the half, the team really came out on the front foot. Was there anything that changed or anything you told the team at halftime that kind of led to that?
Well, we wanted to be a little bit more organized and be more patient in recovery. And I think one of the things that we mentioned at halftime is after we recover, how we have to be courageous enough to attack right away. We have to get them on their heels and find those balls inside to Memo on one side and to Griff on the other side. And I think we did that pretty well. In particular, I thought Memo looked quite sharp today. And really, he has the last 3 weeks. So I thought today was a pretty good game. I wish he could have taken a few more shots from outside the box. But on a few of them, he decided to pass instead. But overall, I thought he had a good one.
Okay, I see some questions coming in. We'll start with Victor. Go ahead, Victor.
Today, two of the goals coming off corner kick opportunities. It's been an area the team has struggled this year. Why has the team struggled on corners, you think?
I don't know that overall we've struggled. I mean, I think we've been definitely, less than average in terms of league play. And I think giving up 2 goals today is not something we expected. We've been doing well for the last couple months on set pieces, really since Teenage joined the team. Teenage really changed us in the back and made us solid. But yeah, unfortunately today we gave up 2 goals and not necessarily that Montreal is known for that. If you look at Colorado last week, Colorado was, I think, number 1 in the league in set pieces, and we held them pretty well. But yeah, today was unfortunate. The one is a rebound, and I think the second one, I don't know if it was Ari maybe that loses his man on the 1v1. So, happens.
First time I'll start for Kyle Morton. Just what did you think of his game? Obviously, the goal is not completely his fault, but just how did you see his performance?
I thought he played a great game. Sometimes when you're the third goalkeeper on a team, it's really difficult because that's the one position where, the whole year you're just supporting the other guys. And I felt, we have 2 games left. And I had told Kyle about a week and a half ago, I said, Kyle, you've been great to us. We loaned you to the USL. I think he got player of the month, the month we loaned him down. So I think he deserved it. These guys sometimes they're the backbone of the team. And I think he deserved to get a game in his first start. And I thought he did a great job.
Overall, how do you look back at the whole season?
I mean, looking back at the season, I'd have to say I'm disappointed. When I look at my job and what it consists of, regardless of what options you have available or that you can complain about not having such and such, I took on this challenge to try to get into the playoffs, and I didn't do that, and so I'm disappointed.
Obviously, much to be decided in the coming weeks, but just what would be being that this could be the last opportunity for you to give a message to the fans? What would you say to them? Maybe even your plea to why you think you might deserve another season.
No, I certainly won't plead in this forum. What I can say is, and I think I said that last week. I've been doing the best I can since I arrived. This was my first complete MLS season, and I think I have an amazing staff. Omid Namasi has incredible experience. Martin Vasquez has incredible experience, including coaching in the Bundesliga. We tried between, all of us to get it right many different times. And I truly think we did the best we could. And if, when you do that, regardless of what it is that you do, you have to walk away with your head high. So the season's over. I'm disappointed that the results are not what I wanted them to be, what the fans hoped and what the club wanted. But I have my head high because I did the best I could.
Yeah, I saw a question from Corey. I'm not sure. You took your hand out. You saw the question, Corey?
No, Victor asked mine. Thanks.
Okay. Any additional questions in English, guys, before we switch over to Spanish? Okay, before we switch over to Spanish, I guess, Tab, just one last one from my standpoint. You've made a couple of comments the last week or so about really being intentional of getting the younger guys some minutes. Victor asked about Kyle, but as I was kind of going through, I think there was Ian Hoffman, who's 20 years old, made his second consecutive start. Castilla got on for the second consecutive game. You got Coco some more run as well. Can you just kind of talk about those younger guys and just kind of what you saw from them tonight?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think we were overmatched today a little bit, so, we can't forget that. I think we played against a team that today they were better than we were. And so that's the bottom line. But, like I said before, I'm proud of the guys we got in. Ian Hoffman got his second start in a row, and he had a tough time. The first half he had a very tough time, and then he got better, and then he held on. So that was good. And then Coco, obviously being 22, 23, he's a young guy. Let's not forget that where Dorsey is and where he was middle of the season. He's also another young guy that we gave opportunity to. And Castilla today almost could have had his first goal. So that would have been a nice way to end the season.
Joined now by Dynamo midfielder Memo Rodriguez. Memo, thanks for taking a couple minutes with us here. Guys, again, if you all have questions for Memo, go ahead and click the raise your hand button and I'll get you in. But Memo, just starting off, just kind of give me your overall thoughts on the game this evening and just kind of from your perspective on the field, how y'all played.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they were going to come out strong. They needed to win this game to have a chance to qualify into playoffs. And I think the first 45 minutes, we had to weather the storm. We knew they were going to come at 100 miles per hour, and they made it difficult for us. We were a little sloppy on the ball. And I think on our best moment, the first 15, 20 minutes of the second half, we're moving them side to side. We're creating chances. And then, they get a set piece goal. A little bit unfortunate for us. And then, we're chasing the game at that point, and then another set piece. And we had better in the set pieces. And I think we did a great job defending in the second half and creating more chances for us to score opportunities.
Okay, thanks for that. And I see a couple of questions coming in. So we'll start with Corey Rapkin from the Chronicle. Go ahead, Corey.
Hey, Memo. I'm curious, what was the toughest part of this season for you?
Personally, the team-wise.
Team-wise.
Yeah, I think I think throughout the whole season, we always had a plan going into a game, and sometimes we executed the plan and lost the games. There was a few games where we're up a goal and we have a small mental breakdown, and we tie or we lose the game. And I think for us, it was difficult, especially on that 16-game winless streak. It was mentally how engaged we were going to be and to try to get out of that tough situation. Obviously, we didn't have the best season this year, and we look forward and optimistic for next year.
I was going to ask about that. Obviously, a new owners come in promising to spend more money, a new general manager with a lot of successful experience. I mean, the Dynamo are all you've ever known. How do you view this potential new era coming up starting next season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, we're optimistic of next year. I saw a little bit of Pat's interview, bringing back the Dynamo ways, and I was fortunate enough, to practice with the Brad Davises, the Brian Cheens when I was in the academy. So I know what his vision is, and I was a little bit part of that and got to experience it. So we'll see what happens next year. Obviously, it's going to be a process, and we might see new faces next year. And obviously, we want to be a winning team. That's what we play for. We play to win, and hopefully next year is much better than this year.
Thank you.
All right, I see another one coming from Victor Ariza. Go ahead, Victor.
Hey, Memo. What is your contract situation with the club? What does your future look like? And do you think you'll be back next year?
Yeah, I mean, I think I still have a year guaranteed for next year. I'm planning to come back. Obviously, you know how this business works sometimes. We'll see familiar faces come back. We might see, you know, some people get traded, some people, new faces come. So as of right now, you know, I have one more year guaranteed, and, you know, I'm planning to be back next year. And, you know, like I said, things happen. Obviously, you know, we might not see the same team as we did this year. So, you know, hopefully things go for the best for the organization next year, and, you know, hopefully we perform better and, you know, give the fans what they deserve.
To kind of piggyback off what Corey asked, but you know, not so much team wise, just on your personal level, what have been the difficulties for you this season?
Yeah, I think obviously when, you know, during the season when a lot of players were injured, you know, I played the left wing role, which I know how to play, but it's not my strongest suit. And I think I didn't play it at the position that, you know, I needed to play as a number 10. Obviously, you know, Darwin came in the second part of the season, and, you know, he did a very good job. So not much to speak for there. But obviously, you know, during the season, the first few games, you know, I was doing great, scoring goals, got 2 assists right away. And then after that, injuries happen, and, you know, I have to step up when I play out wide. That's just something simple. I know that position. I just have to perform better for the team. Obviously, I prefer to play in the midfield, but, you know, there's a lot of players this year that played in different roles, and, you know, they made the best of it, and I have to do that, and I have to be better.
Thanks, Memo.
All right. Before we'll go ahead and switch over to Spanish in just a second, but before we do that, Memo, just one last one from me. You know, one of the things Tab's talked about the last couple of weeks has been getting some of the younger kids or younger players more minutes. One of those being Juan Castilla. I noticed in both games, I think if memory serves, he subbed on for you. Having been that kid making his debut, did you have any words for him either on the field or in training or anything, just kind of what to expect, how to prepare for that, or just, you know, about that moment?
Yeah, I mean, they really get to speak to him because you never know if he goes in or not. Just always told him, you know, just to be prepared. Obviously, I was in his shoes at one point, and it's the best feeling in your life. You know, you work so hard to get to that point. And obviously, he went in there and, you know, embraced the moment. Obviously, you know, I'll keep giving him advice as he grows as a player. Obviously, he has a bright future ahead of him.
Okay, thanks for that. Joined by Dynamo defender Adam Lundkvist. Adam, thanks for taking a couple of minutes with us here.
Sorry for waiting.
No problem at all. You guys, if y'all have questions, click that raise your hand button and I'll get you in. But while I'm waiting on those, we'll start off kind of big picture, general, you know, just give me your overall thoughts on the game and, you know, from your perspective there on the pitch, just how y'all played this evening.
I think it was 2 different halves. I think the first half they came out swinging. They needed to win, so they brought a lot of energy. And I think we weathered the storm pretty well. Second half, I think we started really, really well on the ball, and I think we actually were the better team the first 15 minutes of the second half. And then as that's kind of the season has been going, we ended up conceding on 2 set pieces. So it's one of them tough blows. And I mean, yeah, I think we fought a lot for, like, it's a game where really we have nothing to lose and they have everything to win. I think we really put on a great fight and everyone worked really, really hard. And I think we deserved a little bit more, but then, you know, football can be cruel sometimes. But I mean, the boys put up a great fight and they worked hard for 90 minutes.
Thanks for that. I see a question from Corey Rapkin from the Chronicle. Go ahead, Corey.
Adam, what's your biggest takeaway from this season?
That's a tough one. I mean, I think there's been a very tough season mentally for all of us. It's been a lot of ups and downs. We started really well. And I think what I will think about, the thing that will go through my mind most this offseason is those couple of games where we tied so much. I think if we could have flipped one of the 2 of them, we could have still been in it because it's so close in this league. And I think that's going to bother me more than most. But also I'm going to take with me the group of guys that we have here. I think the individuals that we have outside the field and on the field, the really hardworking guys and blue collar, which me included, I'm the same type of guy. So I really enjoyed the group we had this year. Like I said, I think the results hasn't been good enough, and we need to improve. There's nothing else to it. But like I said, I will take with me all the good moments, all the fighting, and also I will take with me the bad results, because that's what builds character and builds character for the future, because I know that this organization is going somewhere, and we look forward to keep going on that path.
When you say the organization is going somewhere, describe your confidence and where that comes from?
No, but I mean, when people work hard and work in the same direction, stuff is gonna eventually turn around and it keep going your way, instead of those unlucky results where we tie or we lose, and we get today we consider 2 set pieces. If you keep working hard, and I know that the people, everyone that's surrounding this club is a humble, it's humble people, hardworking people. So I think when people work together in one direction, eventually things will change, and that's where the confidence from me is.
There's a new owner that's promised to spend more, a new general manager who's had a lot of success in this league. From a player's point of view, what's it like going into the offseason knowing like there's probably going to be a lot of changes?
I mean, it's exciting. Like, I know this was probably the last time there's like you said, it's going to be a lot of changes going into next year. But like I said, I really enjoyed this year with the group of guys we had here. And I know that football is a business. You need to get results. So, and I'm very excited for the club's future with the new ownership and the new GM. I mean, he's only been here a couple of days, but I think we all will get a chance to meet him more and get more opportunities to talk to each other. And I know, I just get a feeling that he's been here. He knows how it is to win, and he knows what this city can be. And I mean, really exciting times ahead for Houston fans, I think, and I believe so.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I see another one coming from Victor Ariza. Go ahead, Victor.
Hey, Adam, what's your contract situation? How hopeful are you that you will be back next year?
No, I have a guaranteed next year, so we'll see. Like I said, hello?
We can still hear you.
You hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really think about that. I think about everything. I know how my contract is. I have it guaranteed next year. So, but everything can happen. But right now, I'm just focusing on what happened this season. Try to take some time off to reflect, and then come back fresh and ready to go another season.
Another tough year. Your message to the fans.
First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you. It's not been an easy season, and you guys have shown a lot of strength and given us a lot of strength during these tough times. And you guys deserve better, and we'll try to fix that. And like I said, I want to say a huge thank you, and head up, look forward, because that's the only thing we have to do. We have to keep grinding, keep working, and get this club and organization back where it belongs.